Ladies and gents, artificial intelligence is creating a big headache for social media platforms, and social media platforms, namely YouTube, who we're going to be discussing today, are taking notice and making changes to the platform to ensure that not only people are safe from their likenesses being copied, but also to put an end to the AI slop effect that is taking over almost every social media platform known to man. Here's the problem, you guys. When you create an easy button like artificial intelligence, where anybody can get online, go to Sora, type in man juggling potatoes on tightrope over the Grand Canyon, you're going to end up with a whole lot of nonsensical, very interesting and entertaining content that is going to absolutely saturate and dominate everywhere, all over the internet, because it's literally at our fingertips. And if people start recognizing that other people are taking advantage of this opportunity and making money, then all of the people of Walmart are going to they're going to jump on the bandwagon and make sure that they get their slice of the pie. But there's a little bit of a problem with that, which I'll get into here in just a little bit. I want to read an article that came from The Guardian. I'm going to read bits and pieces of this article because it's pretty dang good. And then I've also got a couple other articles that are backing up what I'm having to say. And you're going to want to pay attention to what YouTube is going to be doing with this specifically. And I think it's actually much deeper than what they're letting on. I think that some of these social media platforms are in full-on panic mode because of how easy it is to create not only written content, blog posts, emails, but now also video and GIFs and images. And it's not going to get any worse. What I'm saying is right now, artificial intelligence is the worst it's ever going to be again, forever. And I was just listening to a podcast earlier this morning where the guy was talking about how artificial intelligence, the rate at which we are filling up computer systems and hard drives with information, we're going to be in a mess, a heap of issues within the next number of years. Buckle up, folks. This is going to get interesting. So this is The Guardian. With AI slop distorting our reality, the world is sleepwalking into disaster. Oh, man. What a hook. Speaking of hooks, if you guys haven't seen my business viral system, I've got a link down in the description below. If you're a business owner who's wanting to use viral video to get leads into your business, I've got a low ticket. It's a $27 program, whole bunch of videos, whole bunch of information. Actually, where is it? Oh, I don't have it here. It's a stack. I printed it out. It's like a stack of papers this thick. There's a link down in the description. If not, no problem. You guys, I'm giving it all away for free as we go here as well. Just gotta, sometimes it pays to get it in that like dense information. $27. There's a link down in the description. There are two parallel image channels that dominate our daily visual consumption. In one, there are real pictures and footage of the world as it is, politics, sports, news, entertainment, and the other is AI slop. Low quality content with minimal human input. Some of it banal. I always mistake that word. Banal. I think it's banal. And pointless, cartoonish images of celebrities, fantasy. Let me know in the comments. Is it banal or banal?
Banal.
We're going with banal. Fantasy landscapes, anthropomorphized animals, and some of it's sort of pornified display of women just simply being like a virtual girlfriend you cannot truly interact with. I am seeing this everywhere. There's always something just a little bit off. The skin tone is a little too perfect. The glimmer in their eyes is soulless. These images and visuals are everywhere. A lot of it is really interesting. I would argue to say that most of it is just a little bit disturbing, right? It's not something that is real, grounded in reality. I mean, I think that some art is disturbing as well, but at least it's got a human brush behind it. It's got a human emotion behind it. So the article goes on to talk about the AI slop that is pro and against Donald Trump. They even go as far as to call it the new aesthetic of fascism, which I think is really interesting. There is this like weird, interesting dynamic of pro AI people being conservative, anti AI people being liberal. I don't know why they're trying to attach a political ideology to this. I think that it's just very interesting how it's all kind of coming to pass. But again, I think that there are some things that need to be done with it in order to prevent things from becoming overly saturated on social media. But the article keeps going. Most of the time, AI slop is just content farming chaos. Exaggerated or sensationalized online material boosts engagement, giving creators the chance to make money based on shares, comments, and so on. Journalist Max Reed found that Facebook AI slop, the sloppiest of them all, is, as far as Facebook is concerned, not junk, but precisely what the company wants. Highly engaging content. To social media giants, content is content. The cheaper it is, the less human labor it involves, the better. The outcome is an internet of robots, tickling human users into whatever feelings and passions keep them engaged. So this is where things get a little bit interesting. And you guys answer me this. I want to hear from you in the comments. From a user perspective, when you stumble upon an AI video that drags you from video to video to video to video, never fully completing a story until after you've watched part 8 of 8, does that make you feel good or does that frustrate you? And how are you interacting with that now based on 6 months ago when it was a little bit more fresh and a little bit more interesting? Do you find yourself using it less, watching it less, engaging with it less, or do you find yourself just as engaged with AI content as you do with human-made content? I'll tell you right now, one of the biggest problems that I have with X is the stupid threads where you have to keep clicking and opening new links and you just never know where you're at. And then when you want to get out, you got to go back. Like it is ridiculous content. So anytime I see content that takes me from video to video, I rebel, I resist, I reject. I'm like, get out of here, you loser. But I also know that it's cheap engagement hack. And there are a lot of people who are stuck in this need for dopamine hits that they cannot stop pressing move forward. And that's why that content works. But I would venture to guess that that content is going to slowly die off at some point. My worry with all of this, you guys, is that artificial intelligence is going to create content and then we're going to, as humans, be lazy and want AI to respond to content. And so we're going to leave comments and then we're going to respond to other comments. And so it's going to be artificial intelligence with artificial intelligence, and dead internet theory is proven right. That's what I'm mostly worried about. And I think that the opportunity is, and I've seen this even on my other channel, the I'm Scott Simpson channel. If you guys haven't visited that one, I'll put a link down in the description below. I literally don't edit over there. I record, I go, I'm done. I'll have a video like finished, completed, and uploaded in 30 minutes or less. I think that the pendulum is swinging back towards that. There is this resistance for things to be overdone because you can't tell if something is real or not anymore, or has been written by artificial intelligence in the scripting, or if it's just AI slop, like they're saying. And so my whole experiment on the I'm Scott Simpson channel is to strip all that away and just be raw, real human, sharing raw, real emotions. It's almost 2,700 subscribers now. It's doing all right in the last few months, but I think it's because the pendulum is shifting back, like I said. So going back to Facebook real fast, I think that this might work on Facebook because Facebook is all written. It's a little bit easier to get away with AI slop on Facebook. It's not as easy on YouTube. And I'm even seeing shorts creators who started creating and they exploded out of the gate. Their shorts are dying now. I want to hear from you. If you guys have been shorts creators and had millions of views out of the gate, or had millions of views over the last couple of years and your shorts are dying, I want to hear from you. Leave it in the comments. Does that represent you? I am venturing to guess that shorts is actually dying. I completely stopped using shorts because my TikTok algorithm, my Reels algorithm serves me exactly what I want. YouTube doesn't serve me what I want as well as TikTok and shorts. And it's just not as fun to use. The comments in the community on Reels, and I never thought that I'd say this, you guys, because I've been such anti-shorts. On Instagram, the comments, it's all about sarcasm and snark, and it's entertaining to just go in and engage with the comments itself. On TikTok, there's a huge community that's forming, and creators are starting to now create longer form vertical content, which again, I didn't think was going to happen. I still don't think it's going to happen very well on YouTube. On TikTok, I think it's doing all right, but I also think that a lot of TikTokers are moving over to YouTube. I'm having a lot of conversations with TikTokers who are wanting to start making more money on YouTube because they know they can make more money on YouTube. So I think it works on Facebook. I don't think it works on YouTube. I think that AI slop channels are going to be destroyed unless they're super creative. And most people, let's just face it, are not super creative. They're looking for the easy button to success. All right, let's go back to the article. But whatever the intent of its creators, this torrent of AI content leads to the desensitization and overwhelming of visual palettes. The overall effect of being exposed to AI images all the time, from the nonsensical to the soothing to the ideological, is that everything begins to land in a different way. In the real world, US politicians pose outside prison cages of deportees. Students at universities are ambushed in the streets and spirited away. People in Gaza burn alive. These pictures and videos join an infinite stream of others that violate physical and moral laws. The result is profound disorientation. You can't believe your eyes. But also, what can you believe if not your eyes? Everything starts to feel both too real and entirely unreal. This is where it gets into a deeper ideological, psychological, spiritual problem, because if you can't trust your eyes, you need to rely on your intuition and you need to rely on your ability to discernment. And most people cannot do that. Their discernment sucks because they've been so disordered. This is a much deeper problem. When I look at this stuff, I'm like, I kind of get a little bit nervous. I mean, just 8 years ago, there was all this stuff that came out about Donald Trump, and then there was all this stuff that came out about Hillary Clinton and all of the evil things that they were doing. This older generation that wasn't used to fake news and fake contextualized commentary and just like visuals, they would just be sharing it everywhere and it goes super viral and people would believe it. Did you hear what Hillary Clinton did? Did you hear what Donald Trump did? And none of it was true. I mean, obviously there's some of it that's true. Usually there's a seed of truth and everything. But my point is, a lot of fake news got spread everywhere because people just automatically trusted the media that they were seeing. And they have zero intuition when it comes down to it. So intuition and discernment is not taught in school. So this really is propaganda on mega steroids. And that's where it becomes dangerous. Going over to YouTube. YouTube wants no fakes. So it's endorsing a congressional bill that addresses AI concerns. I'm not going to read this whole thing because it's super boring, very dry. But basically, there's the No Fakes Act. So you can't deep fake likenesses of other people. Celebrities, politicians, really anybody. And if you do, then you get kicked off the platform. At least that's what I'm assuming. What they're trying to do is make it illegal, which I don't disagree with. I think that's totally fine. And you got a bunch of these guys, Mr. Beast, Mark Rober, Marquez Brownlee, all jumping on the bandwagon. Brownlee is one of the creators who's also called for more sophisticated solutions to combat the evolving problem of AI misuse. YouTube has complied with the demand through a mix of technological and policy-based solutions, but misleading generative content and other forms of AI slop continue to run rampant. Oh boy. As soon as ChatGPT became mainstream and people started using it like crazy, it's only a matter of time. I don't know if you guys have felt it, but the pace of all advancement in technology and artificial intelligence, content creation, this entire sector, information disbursement, everything has just accelerated at an insane pace. And I'm feeling it mentally. I have to do things every single day to keep up. And it's crazy. At the end of the day, I'm all for this. I definitely think that there needs to be more safeguards put in place. I feel like we're in a very interesting position in the world right now. I think that we're on a very slippery slope. I don't want to fearmonger. What I tell everybody on my personal channel, because I talk a lot about AI over there, what I tell everybody is that you have to stay on top of what is going on in the AI marketplace. You have to be a user. You have to play with it, because if you do not, you are going to get left behind. I am on ChatGPT all day, every single day. I trained a custom GPT to do all of my YouTube, and it's insane. I am using it every single day for everything. I'm trying really, really hard to make sure that I have a personal touch in all of the AI strategy, all of the AI content that I produce, so that way it still feels like Uncle Raph. It doesn't feel like artificial intelligence, and I highly recommend that you do too. So if you're creating AI slop, here's my advice to you. Stop doing it. Start incorporating, or maybe not stop doing it, but just start incorporating your own artistic, creative self into that content, so that way you can be a little bit more blue ocean as opposed to fighting for the scraps with everybody else who's creating AI slop. If you're not, probably wouldn't get started. I mean, unless you got a real good strategy, guys. I'm not going to say no. Never say never. Heaven knows I do a ton of experiments and I've had success with a lot and I've failed at a lot, but the thing is, I keep trying and I keep trying everything, and that's basically what has got me to success, is just trying and trying and trying again. All right, folks, I hope that this one resonated with you. If you like this one, hit that subscribe button. I never asked for a subscribe. Make sure you check out the links in the description below if you want to work with us. I've got some links down there. You can learn a little bit more about our company. As always, watch this one over here. Watch this one over here. Catch you on the next one. Bye.